there's all kinds of very expensive tapes out there that can sell for $7, $8, $9 a roll that will tell you that's going to block off paint from getting in. Depending on the texture on the wall, typically they're not 100%. So a real quick way to get a perfectly straight line is to put the tape on and then take a little bead of caulk and run it along that seam.
Along the seam of the
Right.
So that seals it.
Right. You just want to make sure to pull that tape off same day so that the caulk doesn't have time to dry. If you come back the next day and try and peel it off, that caulk is dried and it's going to peel off some of the paint as well. Another one we do, so you always work top to bottom. So you go ceilings if you're going to paint ceilings, walls, and then baseboard. Baseboards, depending on what the type you have, are oftentimes have rounded edges meeting up to that wall. So another trick my guys do, it's a lot easier to paint a straight line on the wall as opposed to a round piece of baseboard. So what my guys will do oftentimes is they'll paint not the whole baseboard but just the top lip of that baseboard first, give that time to dry, and that way when they're coming to do the straight line, they're doing the straight line on the wall as opposed to that round piece that's very difficult. I got one more here real quick. Along the same lines of a ceiling, so if there's not popcorn ceiling and the last guy did wavy lines all the way around, of course we don't want to cover up those wavy lines because then it looks like we painted sloppy. If we paint our straight line, then you see some more coming up above ours and it still doesn't look all that great. So one thing we can do sometimes, if we're not painting the ceiling as well, is we can actually paint a straight line and have it go up onto the ceiling just a little bit, paint a straight line to cover up the old wavy lines, and then it kind of becomes an optical illusion that you can't really tell that there's paint on the ceiling. It still looks like a
I'd have never thought about that. It's an Escher drawing.
You know what's funny? I've seen that one time ever, and I got to tell you, it looks pretty cool.